Okay guys, how is everyone? I'm in the campervan, very cosy, but absolutely chucking it down with rain outside, and I'm going over Pendlehill. It's supposed to clear up after, so I'm not that bad. Hopefully it will clear up. We've had a good few days on the channel, got an extra 2,000 subscribers, joined our community as the last video reached around 100k views so far. Pendlehill, or Pendlehill, that's what the video was all about. Is there something strange up there? Is it the most paranormal active place in the UK? Is it a UFO hotspot? Or is it just a beautiful place to go and spend some time and hike? Well, I see both sides because I hike over there every week. I have done for the last 30 years. I go over there at night time on my own nearly every week, skywatching, and sometimes visiting the occasional abandoned building that is supposed to be haunted, and I've had some real experiences, so I don't know. So that is what these videos are about. Comments are split. A lot of people saying it's a very paranormal area, stay away. A lot of people saying it's just a hill in a beautiful location, beautiful views and lovely hiking area. So what is this place? This is what the videos are about. I'm not saying it's the most paranormal active place in the UK, and don't go up there, but I'm not saying it's completely safe. It's just a beautiful hiking area also, because I've had experiences on both sides. So interesting. So there we go, that's what these videos are about. Some call it Pendlehill, some call it Pendlehill. I've called it both. There's been a couple of videos about this so far on my channel. Lots of other channels I've posted about Pendlehill, but there'll be lots more coming up because it is interesting. See if we can get at least somewhere into this subject. Maybe nobody will ever get to the bottom of it. UFO hotspot, paranormal activity, large cat sightings, black cats, and the big black dog, well known over Pendlehill. Never seen that yet. Never seen a big black cat there. I've seen plenty of strange things in the skies, and I've seen and heard plenty of strange things on their mirrors. Hope it does dry up, because I'm looking forward to going up. So let's get up there, guys. Guys, listen to this. Absolutely chucking it down. Got wet through walking along for this takeaway. Just parked next to a main road eating this takeaway. The weather forecast is right tonight. The locals say it is very haunted. I don't know about that, but it really is. It's abandoned, mate. It doesn't much right to be as you. The locals say it is very haunted. I don't know about that, but it really is. It's abandoned, mate. It doesn't much right to be as you. Look and listen. I'm just going to put it. Fucking hell. That we're right next to me, whatever it is. Right, I'm going to leave it there. Done a bit, walk around everywhere. I'm out of here. I'm going to leave the full description of this place, which is on the plaque I filmed it. I'll put it at the end of this video. Can't wait to look back. Thanks, guys. good look and listen. I'm just gonna put it. Fucking hell. That were right next to me, whatever it is. But it's getting darker a bit later now. Also we've got a moon out which makes it a lot lighter. I was reading that. But it's getting darker a bit later now. Also we've got a moon out which makes it a lot lighter. I was reading that. Lots of climb, just have a minute. Not as windy as it has been. It's been really windy. It's been awful weather, to be honest with you, over this winter in the UK. Touching on the subject of cryptids or mystery animals of the UK, I have had quite a few messages of people saying they've seen which they think is a big black cat roaming the UK. Obviously there could be more than one of them, but I think I saw something like that myself years ago. I was driving back from Cornwall along a country road, and in the field right next to me, not way up in the distance, right next to me, I saw the second half of this big black animal going into the hedgerow. I didn't see the head, but one thing I did notice was the tail, a very long curled up tail, just like a cat, just like a panther, a black panther. I'm 100% sure that's what it was. I just wish I were driving a few seconds earlier. I would have seen a lot of it. I wouldn't have been able to record it, I was driving, but that would have 100% convinced me. But there's so many sightings, maybe there is things like that roaming about. But this tail, when I started looking at pictures and videos after, when I got home, because I was intrigued, it was definitely no dog. It belonged to a large cat, so that's interesting. One of the theories is, way back, is it in the 70s, the 80s, a lot of people kept these pets, but then you needed special licensing, and you had to keep them in certain conditions. A lot of people let them go, so have these animals survived out in the wild in the UK, started breeding. Certainly plenty of food around, plenty of cattle, cows and sheep, and there are many reports of them being taken by these animals. So interesting. If you've seen anything like that, do let me know. The big black cats. But there's also the puma, the lynx have been seen, but again I think that's going back to the same origins of pets being released years ago, and they've managed to survive and breed. There we go. In this particular area, well, more towards Pendlehill really, which is only a few miles in that direction, a very large black dog has been seen at times by people out. Now, I don't know whether this is a phantom dog or a real dog, but it's supposed to be a lot bigger than any dog you've seen. I'm not aware of any photographs or videos, but it's called the dog off Pendle. I'd love to see any footage or photographs of that. Even better, see it myself and film it. You just never know when you're out in the dark places what you're going to get on camera. That's what I like. Just putting the camera around the countryside as well as them skies. You don't know what's going to be looking back at you. A pair of cat's eyes, that'd be awesome, because these black cats have been seen quite regularly in this area. Interesting subject, let me know, guys. As you can see guys, very cloudy at the moment, a few slight breaks there, but hopefully things will clear up a bit. It's not focused to be particularly crystal clear, but we might get some breaks. Well, some of the best footage, like I said, has been on a night just like this, where there was a bright orb which hovered around for around 10 minutes. I filmed it all. It started moving, lifted up into the clouds and disappeared. There was actually 3 of them to begin with, but only 1 remained around and then went up in the clouds. So you never know. Like I said, a few videos ago, I'm going to get out any night, so I'm not waiting for the clear skies. I'll still be telling the stories in the campervan. Hope you're enjoying them. Right guys, I wasn't recording at the time, but I heard what sounded like a child's voice, little boy, 6-7-year-old, talking away. Couldn't understand what was being said, but I say heard like because there are birds and animals, and you're out in these places, your senses get heightened, you get confused. So I'll just turn around, I was going to have a look, a walk up and just check around with the eye, or you never know. But there definitely shouldn't be any children out around here at this time. Could have been a bird. But really sounded like a child, little boy. Probably mistaken, but I'm going to check around anyway. I can't carry on walking just in case. So just walking back up, checking. But that got my heart racing. You hear all sorts when you're out, and I've heard all sorts, but that really sounded like a child talking. Just churning away, talking away. I couldn't make out what was being said. Quite possibly it was an animal, a bird, an owl maybe, or if there's anything like that makes sound like a little, I don't know, 6-7-year-old boy, or possibly a girl. It's hard to tell when they're children. Do let me know, but I thought I'd walk back and just check around with the eye. I can't carry on walking because there shouldn't be any children around. This time, no, it's nothing. There's nothing unusual, paranormal. I wouldn't have thought, definitely not. It's most likely an animal or a bird, but just have a check guys. Seems to be the direction it was coming from, and there are farms dotted about, but at this time there's nowhere a child or children will be out on their own. I wouldn't have thought. Nothing there worth checking, and like I said, most likely animal or bird. When you're all like this, you do hear all sorts, and your mind plays tricks, tries to liken it to something you would know and recognise. Right, okay, let's get going then. It was a lovely, calm night compared to what we've had. It really is lovely and calm. Look, a breeze maybe, but a lot better for the audio because this silence is for night vision. The audio is good. It is good, but as soon as you get a bit of wind, then it drowns your voice out. That's the only problem. 2 things I think they should upgrade with the sightings is the audio on that particular counts on that reason, although when it is calm it is good, and the stability of the picture is quite shaky. I think there is some stabilisation built in, but definitely need more stabilisation. If you get the sightings with the stabilisation of a GoPro, that really would be awesome. But no doubt we'll get that one there. As you can see the moon up there, this is very misty, low clouds which often clings to these mirrors, but we'll see what happens guys. We'll see if it clears up, we'll have a wander.
friend of mine called Chris went out while camping over Pendlehill on his own last night. He's been asking me all week if I go along. I've been working a lot, doing some very early and long shifts, and I thought if it's clear I'll definitely get over and we'll do a Skywatch, but he was absolutely chucking it down, and I didn't text him in the night. I just wondered whether he'd gone or not, but he had done. He put photos up of his tent and the little area me and him found one day when we went walking over there. But the weather was awful, absolutely awful. I will go over with him, but on a clear night purely for the Skywatching, so we can get the cameras set up. I'll leave the link to Chris's page in the description. He deals with self-awareness, mental health, well-being and all that, so I'll leave the link. Do check it out, guys. So guys, I've been wandering around here for a few hours now, just gone 1:30 in the morning. Still very cloudy, but it's good to get out. You never know what you're going to film, and upload it for you like-minded people. Maybe you'll see something I've missed, as has happened in many videos, so it's always worth getting out. We'll do another hour or two, see what happens. I don't think it's going to clear up, but enjoy doing this. It's great. I have been out with other people. There's plans to go out with other people as well. A lot more than there was last year. I had quite a few personal problems last year, and I struggled just to get out, never mind arrange Skywatches for more people, but I'll be doing that this summer, definitely. A lot of people will mention, yes please, summertime, not winter time. Definitely want the summer. And, going off this winter with this cloud mist we've had, I don't blame you. There we go. Another hour or two, we'll see what happens. So we have got like a green glow over there. It is a green glow with the naked eyes. The sadness doesn't always show true colour. Very odd. Over the mirrors, there's no farm buildings or anything over there. And it wasn't there earlier, because that's the direction I've just come from. Definitely would have noticed that, but it's nearly 2 o'clock in the morning. It's a hell of a trek to go back up there. I was heading back home, so I'll just keep my eye on it. But it wasn't there. Wasn't there before, unless some farm is waking up, putting on the lights and getting ready for work. You probably hear there's a little bit of traffic just travelling. The main road's just down here, about 10-minute walk away. People do work shifts, and not sure about that. I'll keep my eye on it. I'll leave it for now. Always eerie walking in these places, especially when you're hearing sounds like that. It really sounded like a child, a little boy, talking away to himself, almost as if he was playing. Very odd. Guys, if you like the outdoors, I've got another channel called SW Outdoors. That's just about the outdoors, about getting out hiking, some wild camping. I'm off down Wales doing the Pembrokeshire coastal path, Anglesey coastal path, and also I bought a van. I've converted it into a camper, so there's videos about the van, the Campervan, and things you can do and buy for campervans. I do like messing with that, but I've also got a little truck. It's an X-Trail, and I've had that for a while, and I'm thinking of converting that into a little mini camper as well. What do they call them? A micro camper. But it's such a reliable vehicle, and I love doing stuff like that. I love messing about. So we'll get everything in there you need when you're out in these places to stay the night. Little cooker, fridge, get the curtains up, air mattress, sleeping bags, and everything you need. That'll be interesting. So that'll all be on the channel SW Outdoors. The link is in the description. You do hear all sorts of noises, but I've never heard anything like that. Sure that was a child, but it wasn't in place. It sounded like a young child, 6-7 years old, in the middle of the mirrors, middle of the night. Had to be an animal or a bird. You can see this is what I've had all night. Almost clearing up, but not quite. Very hazy and misty. A lot of badgers around here. I once had one. I think it was a startled. He come up to me and tried to bite my ankle. Didn't get that on camera. I wasn't recording at the time. Got a lot of deer, which do bolt once they see you, but sometimes, especially at night time, they can run right in front of you, and they really do make you jump. But just getting back now, nearer the road. It's been a great night, love it. I don't think I'll get anything unusual on camera, but love it. Okay guys, so it's approaching 3 o'clock in the morning. It stayed very cloudy all night, but a lot calmer than a lot nicer, a lot better for recording, especially the audio. But nothing too much unusual. I wouldn't have thought has been caught on this camera tonight, so I'll take you back a couple of views. I filmed something very unusual over the Pendle Hills. It was there for hours, absolutely hours. The trouble is, my batteries ran out, so I couldn't film a lot of it. The stories, the planets, whatever else was what they carried on their journey across the sky. This thing was fixed in place. Some people commented maybe then it was a bit of a spider's web or something hanging from the tree, but I got out in the open, I weren't near anything like that, and I went back the day after to, in the daylight, to check there was nothing, something could have been hanging from, like a disc shaped object. I was using night vision binoculars. I was zoomed right in, so not the best quality, but whatever it was up there for hours. Crazy. Please do like, share, subscribe. This footage is running now. Leave a comment, I'll always reply. Get yourself out. If you've got night vision equipment, take it out with you. You just never know. Don't wait for the clear skies, although it is absolutely brilliant to film all them stars out there. It's interesting. All the satellites and everything else moving along is interesting on its own. But there is other things out there, I'm sure. Guys, you lot take care. Until next time, speak soon. I'm watching a strange objects in the sky. This particular one playing now over the Pendle Hills, like a cigar shaped object maybe. Up there in the skies, it was up there for a long time. And the funny thing about this, I was hand holding the camera at the time. I got it on the tripod. Every time I put the camera on the tripod, the camera died, so it was very odd. I couldn't get a steady image of this, which is what I really wanted to do. But I managed to pan down, get a bit of perspective. But we were up there for 2 hours. I couldn't film it for 2 hours, didn't have the battery, but I checked back a couple of times, it was still there, but after 2 hours it had gone, so whatever that were, fascinating footage. Okay guys, how is everyone? I'm in the camper van again. The weather's not brilliant outside, so I've decided when the weather's not good, I can't go out skywatching. I'm going to come in the camper van and tell you guys some stories that have been told to me. If you're new to the channel, what I do is go out skywatching using night vision equipment, trying to film things that seem unusual in the skies, UFOs, UAPs, call them what you want. I apologise for the last video. I had a bad throat, cough, full of a cold. It's been very cold and damp in the UK the last few weeks, and I was a bit croaky. A couple of people commented on that, but I'm fine in myself. I'm absolutely fine in myself. I have had a few problems this year, but me personally, I'm fine. I just put that to rest. Now, tonight's story, I told it in a video a few videos ago, but it was just a voiceover. I really think if you're going to tell a story, I will still do voiceovers, but if you're going to tell a story, you should tell it to the camera. And there's a lot in body language. You can tell with people with body language, and telling stories to the camera is the best thing. The story is my 2 UFO sightings that really got me interested in this subject. That got me thinking and got me, like I said, interested to start this channel.
And I've always wanted this channel to be a community. It's not about numbers, it's not about money. If it were about money, I've got a members area, I've been working on that all the time to get the money in. It's not about money at all, it's not about numbers. It's a community, it's a platform for people to share their experiences, to share their sightings, and that's what I always say about the comment section, it's a community section. So, I mentioned this in the video the other day, but it was a voiceover. I'm going to tell you in person. The 2 UFO sightings that got me interested in this subject, and I call them UFO sightings. UFO doesn't mean alien. UFO, unidentified flying object. UAP, what's that stand for? Unidentified aerial phenomenon. They've changed the meaning of that. I think they made it the UAP because the UFO has a stigma, and I think they changed alien to off-world intelligence because it has a stigma. That's the problem with people these days. That is a problem. It is what it is, guys. No matter how much you change the damn name, it is what it is. You know, if there's a stigma and people don't understand it, then there we go. Make people understand it. Be truthful about things and make people understand it. But you're not truthful, I'm not talking about the agencies, the governments, then you feel you've got to change the name because it's got a stigma. Because you're not being truthful. There you go. Pathetic. Right, anyway guys. My 2 sightings, I'll start with the first one. I was a child. I can't remember, it was like 7, 8 years old, and I was on holiday in Wales with my mum and dad. And I've never spoke about this particular sighting to anyone up until the last video. And I've been thinking about it quite a while. And the reason I never spoke, I've never really thought about it up until the last few years, and I started this channel. And I found when you tell people, I mean, a lot of you know in the comments, when you tell people your sightings, there's the stigma again, and you know, they don't believe, nobody believes you. But anyway, 8 years old, a child, down Wales, a dark, very starry night, very dark skies on there. You see the Milky Way, you can see everything. And I'm walking along with mum and dad. I think we were walking back from this little campsite pub they have, you know, when they have these little boys, and you know, mum and dad like going to. I was 8, so I wasn't drinking, and we were walking back. And just looking up at the stars. I always had an interest in looking up in the stars, and I saw 3 very bright points of light forming a perfect triangle. Of course, if you have 3 points of light, you're going to have a triangle. But the difference with this, I noticed it was covering the whole sky, was the space between these 3 points of light that was blocking out the stars. This object, whatever it was moving. It was completely silent, and because it was such a dark, starry night, in between these 3 points of light was complete blackness, which formed the shape of a triangle, quite obviously. And it was huge, and I mean huge. It took up the whole sky, and it was blocking out the skies as it was slowly moving along. I remember looking up at it and just watching it as I was walking. I never said anything to mum and dad. I never thought anything of it. I was a child, a kid. You don't. You just accept everything as a kid, and that was it. And I didn't think about it again. I didn't think about it until I got older. And then one day I was just sat there and I thought back and remembered this. And I thought, what? What the hell was that? What was that? I saw it, 100%, I remember it. You know yourselves when you're a child, you remember things. And I thought, what was that? It covered the whole sky. I'm not just talking a football pitch, I'm talking whatever the size of the sky to the eye view is, it covered. What was that, guys? I saw it completely silent. It was moving. The only way you could make out the shape is because it was blocking out the stars. It was a triangular shaped object. That's crazy. The second sighting, I'm going forward now. I mean, I was about 7, 8 year old then. Now I'm going to be about 20, 22. Something like that. I was driving back from York, if you know York in the UK, to Manchester. Now, if you know this road, I think it's called, at least it leads you onto the A59. You go over the moors, very remote, well, very high moorland area. Not remote because there are roads running there, quite remote area. And I'm driving. It was summertime, can't remember, June, July. It was definitely late evening, the sun was setting. I'm driving, I saw something glinting brightly in the sky. So as I'm driving along, I looked up, I could see this what looked like a circle of silver, aluminium, coloured circle or disc. There's some glinting off it. Well, what's that? I carried on driving. It's still there as I'm driving on. Starting to go out of view, so I decided to pull over, get out the car, have a look. Now I'm going back. I'm 48 now, so 20. I'm going back 27, 28 years. There's no cameras on your phone then. Only time you had a camera on you if you purposely going somewhere where you needed a camera. There's no cameras on phones, full stop. So I didn't have a camera. If I had a camera, this would have been the smoking gun. It would have been the perfect sighting. Anyway, pulled up, disc in the sky. What I thought was a disc, a circle, silver, aluminium colour. I looked round. I don't know why I looked round, but then I saw another. So I purposely started looking around then, and I couldn't believe it. Every point in the sky I looked at, I saw one. Still got this cold. So about the size of a 5p, a UK 5p, at arm's length. If you're half that, that's about the size of where every point in the sky. I'm looking around, I've roughly counted about 30 of them still in the sky. One shot from horizon right over to the other point in the sky. It stopped dead. I thought I got rid of this cold, this cough. It's still here when I'm talking. Stopped dead. I thought, what the hell were them? I first thought they were balloons. When this happened, they weren't balloons. That proved they weren't balloons. It literally stopped dead. What's going on? They all formed a line. They all moved together, formed a long line, like you see the Starlinks. But these weren't the Starlinks before then comments come in. Like you see the Starlinks, it was still light. Started moving off to the west, not shooting off about the speed of an aircraft at full altitude. Moving off to the west, guys. Disappeared. I watched them for a few minutes disappear. No camera, no phone camera. What were them? Absolutely no idea. They're my sightings. I wanted to tell you in person, because I really feel when you're telling the story, look at the camera, look at the person and tell them properly. And I've no idea. Lots more stories coming up, guys. Leave your comments, I'll always reply. It's cold out there. It's supposed to be nice in the UK over the next week or so, but very cold. Clear skies. Get yourself out. If you've got any equipment, get recording. Let me know if you see anything. Send it to me if you want. Skywatch UK at 2017 at outlook.com. Send it to me on Facebook, Instagram. We'll get it posted and shall. Any stories you've got, any sightings, because a lot of people don't film these things. They don't film these things happen quick. And this bloody cough, one of them tickly coughs. I'm okay until I start talking. There we go. These things happen quick. And even if you've got a camera on you, to be quite honest with you, even if you've got your phone on you, I've seen things moving. Gone. Every time I get my camera out. Let me know your stories. I'll tell them on the channel. Alright guys, you lot take care. God bless you all. Thank you very much for watching and everything to do with this channel, interacting, liking the videos. It means a lot. Just want to get these stories out there. Hopefully I will be out skywatching soon. Hopefully, well, these guys are supposed to play with, so that'll be great. I've got the Psy on it, so that's amazing. I have been putting it on the top of this van, this rig I've set up for going out skywatching. And just in case anything passes, I'll have a look at the footage. I want to get back out there on the moors, walking around and filming. Ooh, that'll be great. I'm going to get myself a drink of water, guys. You lot take care, okay? God bless, like I said, speak soon.